Grand Prix for the Superbikes. Murray Costello cars bring it to you, and a rocket ship start from Andrew Stroud. We've been saying all day, hasn't been getting good starts. He's saved his best for last, and he'll lead them into the Flexiflash first turn.
That's the best start he's got all season. It's a beauty.
So they come out of turn one, heading for pothole now. Number one, Andrew Stroud in the front. 56, Craig Sheriff's in second place, and then it's a couple of Yamahas, and that'll be Scott Charlton and Chris Seaton, and Robbie Bugden is there as well.
Shocking start for Bugden. He's really got a bit of work ahead of him. Andrew Stroud, he has the ability to do a bit of a bolter here too.
Into the hairpin for the first time. This is the New Zealand Grand Prix, so there's all sorts of prestige in winning this title.
Well, what Bugden's got to be worried about, he's going to get held up by the two in front of him, and Andrew Stroud, he's pulling away.
So Stroud on the brother Suzuki out in the front. You heard us mention that he's tall. You can see the way he hangs off the bike. He is absolutely all legs.
Well, when you've got 190 horsepower plus at your command of that right wrist, it's not going to be a problem.
Through the Jeff's delivery turn, heading up the Cockram Nissan now. You see him shift his weight and make it through the left-hander. Now into the dipper. Stroud in the front, but it's early going in the Murray Costello Cars New Zealand Grand Prix here at round number 3 of the Ssangyong New Zealand Road Racing Championship. Ruapuna is the venue, and it's been kind to Andrew Stroud.
Yeah, see the way short shifted that big Suzuki then, didn't want to wheel spin it. And look, this guy is so smooth. He's won 7 Superbike titles. Brilliant rider.
Well, there's been a change in second place. It's one of the Yamahas. It's Chris Seaton now up ahead of Craig Sheriff. Then it's Robbie Bugden. Don't discount Bugden on the Yoshimura Suzuki. Second to the brother Suzuki's here for this weekend, and he's starting to put his closed up the gap as well. He's right on the tail of Chris Seaton now, so there's real racing going on here in early stages in the New Zealand Grand Prix. This is the one everyone wants to win, Pav.
It sure is, and look, Stroud, he's just cracked a 31.9, and that's under the old lap record.
This is the battle at the front, Pav, and Bugden's all over Andrew Stroud. Their teammates here in New Zealand doesn't count for anything. Heading into the braking area for the hairpin. Side by side, they just about rub fairings. Stroud comes back up the inside. Can't make it stick, or can he? Wow. No, he can't.
This is a tyre war too, because Bugden's on Dunlops and Stroud is on Pirellis. You know, these bikes are very, very similar horsepower.
Well, these guys fought it out in the Australian Superbike title. Robbie Bugden finished third and Andrew Stroud finished fourth, and they are this close through most of the series. And look at this, the big crowd will be on their feet here, working the infield loop here through the carousel at Ruapuna, heading down into the Jeff Delivery's turn. Oh, I thought Andrew Stroud was going to try on the outside.
And so did I. He's going to have a go at the inside.
Big slide from Stroud. Heading through Nissan now, heading for the dipper. Robbie Bugden in the front. Stroud in second place, Suzuki on Suzuki. This is the Murray Costello Cars New Zealand Grand Prix, and it's the Australian calling the shots now.
Did you see Bugden's eyes? They look like saucers.
Well, they can be saucers because he's about to pick up the New Zealand Grand Prix title. Stroud's going to have a go at him as they come round the sweeper for the last time, but the Grand Prix title is heading across to Australia. It is Letter R that's going to win the New Zealand Grand Prix, and there's nothing Andrew Stroud can do about it. So Robbie Bugden wins the Grand Prix from Andrew Stroud. In third place, it will be Craig Sheriff. He got up ahead of Chris Seaton, and in fifth place, another Australian in Scott Charlton.
Robbie, where did that speed suddenly come from in the last few laps?
Well, to be honest with you, I thought off the start line we'll just go out there and have a bit of a look around and, you know, hopefully get on behind whoever's leading and just run their pace. But Stroudy made no secret of what his intention was, and that was to get out in front and just go. So I kind of got caught up, and by the time I got past those couple of guys, I just had to go for it. And early on, I didn't think I'd have enough laps to run him down. You know, I knew he was capable of running a good pace, and I just went for it. Basically, I just put my head down.